My name is Alison Kane. I work for Trinity College London as the Head of Business Development for Language in the UK and Ireland. A pleasure to be with you and to do this recorded session. We are delighted to be one of the main sponsors for the English UK ELT conference. This session is going to be about 10 minutes long, and some of the things I'm going to cover are the schemes of work which we've designed for the graded examinations in spoken English. I'm also going to be talking about communication skills, which is a new qualification that we are focusing on and presenting in the language school sector. Then a couple of updates on our TESOL qualifications regarding the Certificate for Practicing Teachers and the Certificate in Online Teaching. And I'll finish off by talking about some of the events, training and support that we offer to schools and to teachers, and talk about maybe some ways you might want to get involved in some of the sessions that we run throughout the year. For those of you who don't know too much about Trinity College London, first and foremost, we are an independent educational charity, and we operate in about 60 countries around the world as an exam board. Not only do we do English language and TESOL qualifications, but we also do qualifications for music, drama, and art, and we've been operating since 1877. If you know Trinity, or if you've used our exams before, you may know that they're very much about trying to create a really authentic and personal experience for learners, and that is really what we are focused on at Trinity, bringing that experience through our assessments, through the content, and through the training that we provide to the schools and professionals that we work with. We, as I said, cover different subject areas, which you may not realize, but all of these focus on communication and performance. Here in the UK, we run Arts Award. We also do globally, we run music, grades, certificates, diplomas, and we also have rock and pop qualifications. We also have a suite of drama qualifications, again, grades and diplomas, and the communication skills exam, which sits in the drama and speech suite. And then on the right-hand side of your screen, you can see all of the qualifications related to English language and teaching. So we do ESOL Skills for Life, which is here in the UK, mainly in the FE and adult learning sectors. And then we have our two kind of key qualifications, the graded examinations in spoken English and integrated skills in English. We then have TESOL qualifications really for everyone at every stage in their career, from initial to advanced level. Today, I'm just going to talk about some of our specialist qualifications that might be suitable for somebody who is kind of between that certificate and diploma level. And then finally, for those of you who don't know, we are also one of 4 approved exam boards approved by UK and Visa Immigration Department for secure English language testing. And we do secure English language tests, both, again, GESE and ISE may be needed for different types of visa or for settlement purposes here in the UK. Just going to look at GESE briefly. For those of you who don't know this exam, this features a one-to-one dialogue with a professional examiner. It only covers speaking and listening, but it does go through all the grades of this EFR from pre-A1 all the way to C2 level. Some of you may be familiar with this exam as one that's quite popular in sort of short stay programs where students are coming maybe just for a couple of weeks. It is one of the few examinations that you can prepare for in that short period of time. We also increasingly have language schools, maybe with part-time learners who are here settled for a bit of a longer period of time, but who don't necessarily want to do a 4 skills or full academic exam, maybe just want to focus on communication, and this is ideal for that type of learner. It does fit really with any general English syllabus, so it is suitable for a whole range of courses. And importantly, it's a very personal experience because the learner and the candidates are going to bring something into the exam that they'd like to talk about with the examiner. On the screen, you can see the assessment summary going from pre-A1 all the way to C2. And you can see that the exam duration goes all the way from 5 minutes at the very beginner level up to 25 minutes at the advanced level. You can also see that there are different phases depending on the level. So you go from conversation to topic to interactive phase, and then into more advanced presentation and listening skills at the C1 and C2 levels. As I said just a moment ago, GESE is quite unique in that the students will bring a topic into the exam setting that they would like to discuss with the examiner. So it is a topic of their choice. And this is obviously very personalized, but it does create an enormous amount of motivation because the learners are engaged in talking about something that's really important to them. The interactive task is quite unique to Trinity exams, and really does reflect what we do in kind of real life communication. And it is really kind of assessing their ability to sustain a conversation and to kind of direct conversation with the examiner. So in this sense, it's very much about co-constructive dialogue or a collaborative phase with the examiner. And then finally, the conversation task. This goes all the way through the levels of GESE, but this is the what we would say is our very sort of topical phase of the exam, where the examiner will pick a topic from a set list, and these are all relevant to the level at which the candidate is learning, and very much aligned to the sorts of things that you would find in a general English course book, again making it quite a nice fit for any general English syllabus. I do want to mention something new. We have the schemes of work that we launched last summer, and just want to highlight them again. So these are available from A2 to C2 level. They are really kind of an all-in-one resource. They have timings and lesson plans with instructions, as well as handouts, almost kind of like a mini course book. And these cover approximately 30 hours of teaching time. So in those really busy periods where you're thinking, oh, I really would like something to just pick up and go, the schemes of work are perfect. They are suitable not only for students who are preparing for GESE, but they are very much suitable for general communicative lessons. And even if you have a group where some learners maybe want to do the exam and others don't, you can still use the schemes of work very effectively in your lessons. If you'd like to go and download them, they're free. You can download them by grade and by level. The link is on the screen there for you. It's resources.trinitycollege.com/GESE/SOW for schemes of work. Okay. In terms of who GESE is for, we do see a lot of teenage learners working with GESE, and it's certainly great for that kind of young learner who's coming for maybe a short stay or a holiday stroke study. So, you know, great for that type of learner to be able to have an end focus to their program. But it's also suitable for in company or somebody who's working to mark an end of program achievement, and also for people who are on a part-time course as well, where this can add some value to their program. Okay, I'm going to look at communication skills now. Many of you, for many of you, this will be something new. As I said in the beginning, it does fall under our drama and speech and communications department, if you like, or suite of exams. This is not a language exam. It is an exam that's designed to assess those kind of softer skills. So presentation skills, how you kind of interact and present yourself. We do see a lot of language schools introducing some courses on leadership or global citizenship, where an exam like this would be perfect to kind of add in and give that kind of nice, valuable framework to the course. What do students learn how to do when they're preparing for a communication skills exam? They learn how to prepare and deliver an effective presentation, how to express themselves in an articulate, authentic, and appropriate way, how to interact with different people, roles, and audiences, and how to use research and analyze to prepare presentations on different topics. So lots of really useful skills for any learner. Again, this is not a language exam. However, we do suggest that students be, for the lower grades, at least at a B1 level, and at the higher grades at a B2 level. You can see on the screen that they are grouped a bit like the GESE exams, where you start at an initial entry-level qualification and you go all the way up to grade 8. And the sort of the complexity of the type of presentation that the learner needs to do changes as you go through the grades. And importantly, at the very advanced levels, so this is 6 to 8, the qualifications carry UCAS points, so very useful if a learner is thinking potentially coming back to the UK to go on and do further studies at an English university. So just to give you a sense of the types of things that learners will be asked to do, this is a grade 6 exam, and this is a real focus on CV and interview skills, so really quite useful and real life. As you can see, there are 3 different tasks in an exam that takes about 20 minutes. You've got the presentation of an idea for a business enterprise or some kind of social event or creative endeavor. And you have a defined audience where you have to give the presentation. You then have a skills section where the candidate is going to prepare their CV for a job opportunity. And then they basically go through that with the examiner. And then finally, they will have a Q&A with the examiner about the content and delivery of a specific piece of text. So all really, really useful skills. Again, the examiner is looking at how the candidate is interacting, how well they've prepared the information, and the clarity with which they are presenting. So it's not, again, a language exam. It is looking at those key presentation, research, and interaction skills. Okay, we'll go on to teaching English now. So you may be familiar with Trinity's TESOL qualifications. As I said, we start with initial level at Cert TESOL. And we go all the way through to diploma level. In this middle there, you can see we have several specialist qualifications. We have TILEC, which is the Teaching Young Learners Extension Certificate. We have the Certificate in Online Teaching, or the Cert OT, which is just launched in 2022. And then we have the Certificate for Practising Teachers. This is a level 6, so it's right in between a cert and diploma level, and might be of interest for teachers who maybe aren't ready or aren't sure they want to go on to an advanced level qualification, but would like something to enhance their CV. So we'll look both at the Cert PT and the Cert OT very briefly. So the Certificate for Practising Teachers, as I said, is a level 6. It is designed to be done in service. It's the total qualification time is 100 hours. This is really focused on the use of materials in your teaching context, and it brings you through sort of 4 assessment phases of looking at the materials that you're using with your learners, critiquing them, adapting them, creating new materials, and then reapplying and kind of evaluating the effectiveness of those materials. Now, all of the providers that deliver this certificate for practicing teachers have a specialist focus. So you can look at things like young learners, teaching online, English for specific purposes, CLIL, specific exams, business, whatever your area of expertise or area of specialism is, you will be able to find something that kind of matches the context that you're teaching in an area that you'd want to develop. Importantly, for those who are overseas, there are also options for bilingual assessment. So you can choose to write your assessments not only in English, but also in Spanish and Mandarin Chinese. We think this is a really progressive qualification because it really allows teachers who maybe aren't at a C1 level of English to access an international TESOL qualification. The certificate in online teaching, again, new. This started as an online self-study course, and now we have added the option to get the qualification or the certificate in online teaching, again, fully regulated by Ofqual. This is a great thing that you can do kind of at your own pace. It is specifically designed for teachers who are teaching English in an online environment. Very much focused around how you get the best interaction out of your learners, working through all the different skills that we teach in an online environment. Lots of use of video and real teachers demonstrating online teaching techniques, real scenarios, with also feedback as well, so you can look at good examples and bad examples and think about how different things could be improved. If you're not ready to do the full qualification, you can just pick up different units or modules that you might like to try out, and you can purchase them and do them at your own pace. Alternatively, you may just want to say, yeah, I want to get the certification, and obviously it's a bit of a discount or a bit cheaper if you buy the entire qualification with the course. Still incredibly affordable. So it's £299 for the entire course and the qualification, and certainly a value to have on your CV to demonstrate your abilities to teach in an online environment. At Trinity, we're really committed to providing opportunities for professional development, as well as making sure that our centers are really comfortable with how to teach our exams and what our examiners are looking for. So we're really trying to make sure that the registered exam centers and the teachers working at those schools feel really at ease when they're preparing learners for Trinity exams. So every exam center is eligible for academic support. And we have a team of trainers who are themselves examiners and have worked in teaching and teacher training roles throughout their career. We also have webinars that are open to everyone. We have ongoing webinars around different areas, teaching online, different skills. We also have exam updates, and more generally, how to work with Trinity. If you are interested in going back to our bank of recorded webinars, these are all free access. You can just take a screenshot of that resources page there, and you would be able to access all the English language webinars that we have recorded over the last few years. We have been running a very successful webinar series called the Transformative Teachers Webinar Series. This is aligned to different strands. So we have a young learner strand, an ESP strand, a tech and innovation strand, and teacher education. There is one webinar a month. Usually it's on the third Wednesday each month at 4 o'clock UK time. All free access, so please do get involved. Visit our if you just Google Transformative Teachers, it will come up, and you can sign up to receive alerts when new webinars are scheduled. You can also go in and access the recordings of different webinars that have taken place. We would also encourage you to get involved as well. If you would like to, if you feel like you have something to share on any of those 4 strands and would like to present, we'd love to hear from you. We do have teachers from all over the world who contribute to the webinar series on lots of different topics. Each month, I think on average, we have close to about 1,000 registrants for each webinar. So over the year, that is literally thousands of people engaging with this series. So lots of positive feedback and a great thing to be a part of. So if it is something that you would like to learn more about, please get in touch. Or if you'd like to ask any questions about Trinity exams, our exams for learners, or our TESOL qualifications, we're very happy to help. Our email address is there on the screen. It's uklanguage@trinitycollege.com. Thanks so much for listening today, and we hope you have a terrific conference. Thanks.